Hey everybody, Matt Green here, and welcome to episode number 3 of Smart Talk. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about turkey bacon, water retention, and regulating your bowels. Today we got a lot of great questions that were submitted, so I'm excited to share today's session with you. I think it's a really great session. We go over a lot of great questions that members had, so I'm excited to share my answers to these questions, and I think overall you're going to get a lot of value out of this episode, and it's going to help you take your health to the next level. And I'm really excited, and there's a lot of news going on in the health industry right now, and it's really exciting to see that more and more people are taking control of their health. And it's interesting to see that places like McDonald's, we had sent a newsletter out the other day, you may have read it already, but McDonald's, less and less people are going there, and they're closing locations down for McDonald's because they're losing money. So it's really interesting to see how people are taking more control of their health and making smarter eating decisions. And also Monsanto, if you're familiar with that company, and if you're not, it's the company that makes GMO foods. So things like GMO corn, GMO wheat, they're the manufacturer of the GMO seeds that get planted. So farmers go to Monsanto, they buy the seed, and then they plant all the wheat, the GMO wheat and the GMO corn. And that company that produces those seeds is actually losing money as well because less people are buying genetically modified foods. The market for organic foods is increasing, so it's really exciting. And I think over time more and more people are going to be buying more organic foods. They're going to be accelerating their health by buying better foods. So it's just really exciting to see, and yeah, it's just a lot of great news going on in the health industry. And yeah, I'm excited for today's episode. There's a lot of great questions that were asked, and let's get into it.
Karen asks, do I have to follow the meal plan exactly as written, or can I mix them up? I've been on the plan 4 weeks and lost 8 pounds.
Hey Karen, great question, and congratulations on your 8 pounds of weight loss. That's great news. And to answer your question, you can switch the meals around on the meal plans. And let's say, for example, you wanted to change a lunch on day 3 of week 1. You can go and change it to, you can have the lunch that's planned out on day 5 if you wanted to. That's fine. And you can just make a easy swap. And you can also switch meals from, let's say you wanted to eat a lunch that's on week number 4. You can do that as well. You can move it from week 4 over to week 1 for lunch, and you could do that too. And the only thing that I want to caution you on is with fruits, because if that's the one thing on the meal plan that has the highest amount of sugar in it is the fruits that we recommend. So we'd recommend, if you're trying to continue losing weight, to only have fruit every other day, 1 serving, and that's going to help you continue to lose more weight. But once you get down to your desired weight, you can have fruit once a day. It's not going to have a massive effect on your body, but you definitely want to make sure, if you're trying to lose weight, that you watch your sugar intake, and fruits can be a source of a lot of sugar if you have them too often and too much. So just keep that in mind, and that should answer your question and keep you on track.
Barb asks, is it okay to substitute turkey bacon and turkey burgers for the bacon and hamburger? Also, the amount of olive oil, 4 tablespoons on the salad, seems like a lot. And the coconut oil? I know we need healthy fats and you've chosen it for a reason, but I'm so used to eating healthy, but minimal amounts of those fats. Would you please share your rationale?
Hey Barb, great questions. And to answer the turkey bacon versus regular bacon and the hamburger versus turkey hamburger question, you definitely can substitute for turkey products, and you just want to watch out for a certain ingredient, or actually a certain additive on the turkey products, which is sodium. You want to watch out for added sodium in turkey products because in the past, the turkey products that I've seen have a lot of added sodium, which can affect your health and your weight loss results. So I'd recommend making sure that you read the labels carefully and choose a really good brand that has a low amount of sodium. So something like for the turkey burgers, I'd recommend anything less than 100 grams of sodium per burger would be okay. That's kind of on the borderline. That's quite a bit. Anything more than that is going to be something you want to avoid. And there's really not a huge reason to switch. I mean, other than if you really don't like hamburger, because hamburger actually, if you get it an organic, it has a lot of omega-3 fatty acids that can help reduce inflammation. So there's a lot of good health benefits for organic grass-fed beef. But if you don't like beef, for example, which is totally fine as well, then you can use the turkey products, but you just want to watch out for any additives or added sodium. So that's the one thing that I would watch out for when you're looking for turkey products. And your second question about fats, such as olive oil and coconut oil, I'd recommend incorporating these into your routine in moderation. So you want to make sure that you're having them frequently, but not too frequently. And they're really beneficial for your health and weight loss results because olive oil, if you add it to your salad, it's actually going to help increase nutrient absorption, and it's also good for our hearts. So it's good for heart health. And you don't have to add, I know we recommend a lot of it, but you can add as much as you want. So it's not like if you only add a little bit, you're not going to get any benefits, because you are going to get benefits. You don't have to have a ton of it. It's definitely up to you how much you want to add, but it's definitely something that I would recommend adding to your foods when we recommend it. And coconut oil is another great thing because it's good for our thyroid metabolism. It's good for speeding our thyroids up, and it's also good for helping us lose weight, and there's a lot of other benefits to coconut oil as well. And I would also recommend using that often too. You can also, one of my favorite ways, which you can also use is with coconut oil, is for frying things. So usually when I'm frying foods or cooking an egg, for example, or cooking green beans in a pan, you can use coconut oil. That's going to help with cooking your veggies or whatever you're frying in a pan. You can also use organic grass-fed butter, which is good too. And those are the two main reasons I use coconut oil. Is in some recipes we have coconut oil that's included, but mainly it's for frying maybe an egg in the morning or veggies like green beans. So coconut oil is just another great fat that's going to help you burn fat. So it's something we definitely recommend, and the amounts that you incorporate into your routine is totally up to you, but we just recommend that you get them into your routine to help you improve your results, and they're very healthy for you. A lot of the things, a lot of people think fats are bad for you, but it's totally not true. It's just the bad fats, such as trans fats, which are the ones that you want to stay away from. But the main thing that you want to stay away from, which causes bad LDL cholesterol and heart problems and diabetes, it's linked to sugar. So that's the number one thing you want to watch and limit yourself on, is the amount of sugar that you're intaking. And the fats like olive oil and coconut oil, they're not going to have any effects on your body. It's only going to provide you great health benefits, and it's going to lead you in the right path to having better weight loss success and better overall health.
Phyllis asks, what could I do to regulate my bowels naturally? Taking both 3 Slim Down Smart and 1 probiotic per day. Haven't lost as much weight as I hoped yet either.
Hey Phyllis, great question. And to increase and speed up your bowels naturally, what you need to do is eat lots of fiber. So for example, with the Smart Cleanse, it's an added fiber supplement to help you speed up your bowel movements. But to even enhance that even further with the Smart Cleanse, you can eat fibrous foods. So foods like quinoa have lots of fiber in them, and there's a lot of protein in them as well. And you can have lots of fresh veggies, such as you can have peppers, onions, all kinds of vegetables that are at the grocery store. Those are going to help speed up your bowels as well. And pretty much it's just the number one thing is fiber. So anything with fiber in it is really going to help speed up your bowel movements And even in some cases, exercise can help you increase your bowel movements, because when you're exercising, it stimulates your appetite more and it causes you to become a little bit more hungrier, so you're eating more, and your bowels have to move a little bit quicker as well, so that's another thing. But definitely the main number one thing that I'd recommend is increasing your fiber intake. That's the number one thing that I would recommend to you. And even some fruits have fiber as well. So it's just looking for all the foods that have fiber that you enjoy to eat, and that's going to help you naturally increase your bowel movements.
Helene asks, this past week I found that I was craving an extra snack. I try to stay with just what's listed on the meal plan, but I find that I was going a bit off and wanted to know if and when it's okay to grab a piece of fruit. I understand fruit should just be every couple of days. Sometimes celery or carrots suffice, but I did eat some sweet potato chips the other day, which are not on the program. But could they be? I've been trying to drink water when this happens. It doesn't fill the craving. So what do I do if I'm still hungry and I've had my meals and snack for the day?
Hey Helene, great question. And there's a couple things that you can do if you're feeling hungry during the day and you're looking for more to eat. And I know you said you're drinking more water, which is great, but I completely understand, and I know from experience as well, that it really just doesn't do it for filling you up, and it's just not enough. So what I would recommend is, number one would be increasing the meals and the portion sizes that you're eating with your meals and snacks during the day, because you shouldn't really ever feel hungry. And the one thing that you're going to want to do is maybe beef up your breakfast more, also your lunch and dinner. So you can add, maybe 10 to 15 and maybe even 20% more food. I mean, it's really going to depend how you feel, increasing your amounts of foods that you're eating. So it's going to be a little bit of a trial and error thing to see what works best for you. But you definitely want to increase your portion sizes so that you're feeling fuller for longer throughout the day. So that's the number one thing I would recommend. And definitely with the snacks, I know you're talking about incorporating another snack throughout the day, which would be okay as well. But definitely increasing your portion sizes I would start with first. But different snacks are great, such as the chips that you're talking about, the sweet potato, and those would be fine. You can also have as many vegetables. You want vegetables, as many as you want of those. Those are pretty much unlimited. Veggies are unlimited, and the sweet potato chips were fine. You can also have different nuts and seeds. Deviled eggs are great. Dark chocolate is also another great snack you can incorporate. But the main thing is just increasing the portion size. I keep coming back to that one because that's my biggest recommendation for you. And you just want to be careful on the fruits, and it sounds like you already know that we recommend one serving every other day because, as you know, too much sugar can cause excessive weight gain, which you want to avoid. So if you can, try and increase your portion sizes, and that's really going to be your best bet. And then if you want to incorporate another snack, that would be totally fine as well. And there's lots of different options that you can incorporate, and they don't have to be strictly from Slim Down Smart. If you find something healthy that you come up with on your own, or something that you find that you really like that's healthy, then that's also another opportunity for you to increase your variety of foods that you're eating too, that you enjoy eating. So that's what I would recommend. Definitely number one, increasing portion sizes, and number two, maybe adding another snack that's healthy for you. That's what I would recommend.
Gail asks, I'm 52 and I struggle with water retention at times, especially in warmer weather. What things can I do nutritionally to help with this? What are the best foods, and how much water should I be drinking daily?
Hey Gail, great question. And water retention can be frustrating, but I have 3 things that can help you reduce water retention. So the first thing is to reduce your sodium intake. So you want to reduce any salts and sodiums that are added into your diet from processed foods possibly, or any foods that have added sodium or salt. So you just want to make sure you're reading labels on the foods that you're eating and avoid salty foods. The second thing I would recommend is increasing your physical activity. So things such as going for a walk or exercising more often can help reduce water retention. And the third thing that I wanted to recommend is nutritionally improving your routine and eating healthier foods, because that's also going to reduce water retention. And following weeks 1 through 4 of the Slim Down Smart meal plans, that's going to help you nutritionally help reduce water retention, and you should see some good results by following the meal plans. And lots of foods such as lean proteins like chicken, beef, those are great for reducing water retention. And high protein foods, lots of vegetables, fresh fruits, those are all going to help reduce water retention. And as for drinking water during the day, what we recommend typically is half your body weight in ounces. So that's what I would recommend to you, and that's going to help you make sure that your body is hydrated enough. So that's another thing you want to watch out for, and make sure you're incorporating enough water throughout the day. But that's mainly what I would recommend for you, and that should get you on the right track. So the question of the day that I wanted to ask you is, how far have you come in the meal plans? Have you finished all of the meal plans, or are you still following them, or have you kind of tailed off and you didn't finish them yet, but you're trying to get back onto them? Let me know what your answers are below, and also make sure you submit your question for a future episode of Smart Talk so that I can answer your questions and help you stay on track with your health as well. So we'll talk to you guys later, and we'll see you in the next episode of Smart Talk.